Hey, what's up? Listen, I want you to go to your happy place, and by that I mean the bathroom. And I want you to look in the mirror at the sexiest person you know. Look in the mirror and stare into the gorgeous blue eyes of the sexiest person you know, and look at his well-groomed hair. It's me. I've hacked into your bathroom mirror. It's a window now. I'm standing inside your house. It's showtime, baby.
You're freaking me out a little bit.
I'm trying to freak you out because this is Good Idea. Good Idea is a brain trust your brain can trust. It's a comedy podcast where we find creative, actionable solutions to your real-life problems. I'm Aiden Kinsella.
And I'm Bradley Berkowitz.
And this is Good Idea. Hey, Bradley, we're going to do a serious episode.
We are?
We're going to do a serious episode right now because I have ideas I want to talk about, and you might have some ideas you want to talk about.
Okay.
And also, it is 11:30 at night, and it is another traveling episode.
Do you think it's too late to be funny?
It's never too late to be funny, just like you're never too old to listen to reggae music, is what they say, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's not too
serious
late to
episode.
be funny.
Serious episode.
But serious episode. No, that doesn't mean we're not going to make any jokes, but that doesn't mean we're going to actually try to come up with some. And by come up with some, I mean I had some good ideas the other day that I want to talk about. And of course, you're welcome to also talk about your good ideas.
Like genuine good ideas.
Genuine good ideas, which, of course, we always have genuine good ideas. But like this is
a good idea.
This is good ideas for real life, better world. And some of these are ideas I wanted to talk about for a really long time, so I'm very excited. In general, I love talking about my feelings and ideas at 11:30 at night. It's a good time for me. So I am ready and excited. And can I pitch you an idea, please?
Absolutely.
I'm going to preface this idea with where and how and why I had the idea. I was at a hotel, not this hotel, a different hotel, this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And I spent about 5 minutes on the first floor. It was a pretty nice big hotel, a Marriott. But I could not find the bathroom. Could not find the bathroom on the first floor. Did not have a room key on me. Did not want to go up 4 floors to my room, even if I did. So I'll be honest, I didn't actually check to see if I had a room key on me. But I'm looking for the bathroom, and I'm like, I'm lost, because I did get lost a little bit. I sort of went very far out of the right direction. And by that I mean in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there, and I'm like, and this weekend I've also been thinking a lot about Google Maps, because I made like 3 wrong turns on my way here, because Google Maps sucks.
Uh-huh.
Just really bad at telling me when to turn and where to turn when I'm on the freeway.
I get that, yeah.
But
you're wrong, fundamentally.
What is
also
nice,
whatever.
What is nice about Google Maps is sometimes
how it's always correct and better than Apple Maps.
Apple Maps is better than Google Maps. This is okay. We don't need to get into our ideological, political differences here. Okay.
Shut up, you commie scum.
Okay. You don't. Again,
mm-hmm.
You cannot talk about this.
Okay.
In front of people. Like, yes, I'm a communist. It's true.
All right. Continue.
The world doesn't need to know
that. With serious ideas.
This is serious. Okay. And so I'm in there, and I'm like, Google Maps sucks, but actually it's kind of okay sometimes. And I'm thinking about Pokemon Go, which isn't great, but there's some new updates coming. I'm excited. No, that's a lie. I'm not going to play it. Pokemon Go does it pretty okay. But I'm thinking, how I wouldn't have gotten lost? And I
really
had this
big ball of string.
Well, yeah, that's what Ariadne and Theseus did. But I want an app like Google Maps, but for buildings that can do things like find you an elevator or a restroom or Dan's bedroom or whatever. The app could just have the users submit. Huh?
Dan?
Yeah, I'm at Dan's house. It's a party of the year, right? Just got back to school. It's a huge back-to-school party. Huh?
Dan Avidan.
Who?
Never mind.
He's the only Dan habitant of the house.
Oh, yes.
No. The app could have users submit said locations. These submissions could be monitored and reported by other users. So, like, if somebody, like, uploads, like, there's a bathroom here, and it's, like, the middle of a radioactive field. And And a geofence would prevent creepy stalkers from looking at buildings they're not in. Can I finish my pitch really quick? It's almost done.
Okay.
The app could also let you register friends and then have a feature to locate them as a location, in quotes, if they are online and have themselves listed as findable. So that new Snapchat thing?
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
But here's the thing. That came out after I had this idea.
Uh-huh. It's just creepy, though. It's a little creepy.
No, it's super creepy. But
you're on ghost mode. I'm on ghost mode.
You're only on ghost mode because I told you to go on ghost mode.
I couldn't figure out how to do it. I don't use Snapchat that much.
I had to look it up. But here's the thing. That's why you register these people as friends and they can turn on and off whether or not they can be located. So the fact that I had that idea literally the weekend that update came out. Uh-huh. Not a coincidence. It's a good idea. Because I can actually see practical uses for that update. But I want this to be hyper specific. Like, let's say I got to pick up my friend at Starbucks.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, I'm at Starbucks. Come pick me up. And I'm like, okay, I'll pick you up. Fine. Where are you? I don't want to have to ask where are you, because that's another social interaction I have to have.
Yeah, obviously.
That's another phone call I have to make or another text I have to send. I'm like, what if your friend's really bad at responding to text? So here's the thing. I can just get on there and we're registered as friends and they have themselves visible to their friends. So they say, here's where I am. And I just locate their exact position.
That's freaky.
But it's not freaky because we're tight.
Yeah.
And it's optional. Okay, so I'm going to put down my pitch doc because I have a pitch doc for that. I'm going to put it down because I'm done talking about the pitch doc. This is something that I want. I want to be able to go to any given building and I want to find exactly where everything is without having to look at the mall directory. Uh-huh. I want to know, Yelp reviews of the place. I don't know. There's so many applications for this.
It does seem very actually useful, which is a new thing for us.
It's a new thing for me, at least. I don't think of a lot of things that are actually useful. I very rarely have ideas.
Yes.
That aren't jokes.
Mm-hmm. But this, I could see how it works.
I can see it being useful, though. It's... I can have in my house... let's say I have guests over. I can have my house labeled. And the only people who can see it are people inside the house. Mm-hmm. Geofence it.
Yeah.
So if I'm go find your bedroom, it's I don't have to show them to the bedroom because I don't want to take the time out of my day for my guests. I want them to go find their own.
It does seem though, if you're tight with these people, isn't it a little bit rude to be hey,
no, that's not the idea. The idea is I'm at Dan's party and I don't know Dan. I'm here because my friend's hey, come to Dan's party. Yeah. It's going to be a great time. Because I'm invited to parties all the time. That's a big part of my life. And I often find that I cannot find the bathroom or the bedroom that I'm staying in without asking.
Uh-huh. So what if somebody has a secret bunker in their house?
Then they don't label it.
They don't label it?
It's not that it's time.
He's here. Mr. Sonic.
And then the Sonic set in theme song plays.
Okay.
But okay, explain that please.
What
are you doing, Bradley?
Okay, if we're talking about apps, there's a new Sonic game on your phone now, and I'm not the biggest video game fan.
So why are you playing video games while we're having a serious discussion?
I wasn't trying to play it. I was opening up to see if it worked because I've heard from a lot of friends that it doesn't, and I was looking forward to playing some good Sonic later. But. Because he's good, and I hear he's getting a little
Sonic.
He's getting a little manic with a Sonic Mania, which is going to be a good game. But I've been really in an itch for some old Sonic. But I hear this new one's kind of like shit. The port is really bad. So my favorite, if we're talking about genuinely good ideas,
yes, please,
old retro video games ported to cell devices. Because the amount of power on a cell phone is insane. It can run so much shit.
I mean, yeah, that's not an original idea, but it's a good one.
It's not an original idea at all.
Wait, can I real quick walk my idea out just to be super clear on that one thing? Because I think I got the whole pitch out. That's fine. I just want you to understand, because it's all user submitted, if it's in your own house, unless somebody finds your secret bunker and submits it to Google, no one will know. So it's not like the government spies on you and puts all this stuff on here. That's so important to me. I want this to be a user-run thing for people to help each other out. And sort of make the community and the world we live in a better place. Now let's go back to your Sonic port.
I don't think it's quite as important now. I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad? No, we got to talk about your Sonic port.
Okay,
but it can only be these ports. The good idea is only of porting Sonic. All other games are bad.
Old video games on new devices is a really genuinely good idea because there's a lot of video game history that like you don't get with emulators or ripoffs online. Like you don't get the full experience. And if
I was playing Crystal earlier on my computer today.
Uh-huh.
It was a bad experience.
It was bad. And like if old video game companies want to like keep the lineage and like keep the part of the culture that is actually expressed by video games, because like it or not, they're kind of a big part of society now. If they want to keep that constant and mature, then they need to regulate it themselves. But because...
Your move, baby boomers. Video games are a part of society now, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Up there with beard wax and avocado toast. This is why the housing market is crashing. And that's your fault and not our fault. You made video games. Video games are the downfall of the American and the world economy.
I'm too tired to hear a reincarnation of my grandmother come here and tell me I'm shit again.
I just want you to know that I've been a reincarnation of your grandmother the whole time, and not just on this episode of the podcast.
Jesus.
But it only gets invoked at like 11:30 from 11:30 11:36 to 11:38 in particular.
That sounds good. I like that. I think that's true. I think you are telling the truth.
It's 11:37 right now.
Wow.
And I now realize that when I said it was 11:30 earlier, it may have been like 11:24 or something.
I'm too tired. I'm too tired. Anyway, that's a genuinely good. I mean, I don't have a lot of good ideas. I mean, I don't spend my time thinking about world-changing ideas because
beef jerky for cows. So, you don't have any good ideas right now.
No, I have no good ideas.
My beef jerky for cows idea is bad.
I think there's potential there.
Okay, let's talk about that on an episode where we're not trying to come up with good ideas. I'm going to look around the room. Oh, there's an iron here. I could iron my clothes.
Isn't that nice?
Well, that's just a good idea. It's not really a pitch I have. Oh, here you go. Wait, I got a pitch for a good idea. I don't want to pay for dry cleaning, but I also don't want to iron my clothes or steam my clothes.
None of these dry cleaners give me what I want.
No, but in all seriousness, steaming your clothes, not as effective as ironing. I don't want to pay to have somebody else do my clothes. I don't want to iron my own clothes. So just give me a different way. Give me another one.
Okay, check this. This is a tip I learned in middle school. No, this is a tip I learned.
That's unfortunate.
This is a tip I learned from God.
That's very good. Please hit me with this.
Well, I was sitting on the toilet. No, I wasn't. I was sitting on my bed one day, and God came down and he said, "Hey, Brad, I know that you're about to sing at this choir concert."
Which God?
Yahweh.
Here's the thing, is that would not have been funny if it was any time earlier than it is now.
He came down. He said, Brad, you know what you can do. I know you've got a choir concert very soon.
Now, as far as I understand, Yahweh is the Jewish incarnation of God, correct? That doesn't mean he's a Jewish mom.
Though ethnically and culturally, I have very limited interaction with the actual religious side of Judaism. So as far as I know, that sounds about right.
Yes, but just because that's like Jewish God or whatever does not mean it's a Jewish mom.
Yeah.
Don't do that voice ever again.
No. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing it because
you've committed now.
I have committed. He said, Brad, and he went down and he said, "You've got a big choir concert later today and you're in the middle of Athens and you don't know how to iron anything, and so you don't want to go out, but you have to get your shirt. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you hang up your shirt in the bathroom while you shower."
Yeah, it's steaming it.
That is steaming it.
That's steaming it, thanks.
But you don't have to go out to steam it.
Buck, that's brilliant.
You don't have to leave your house to do it.
Can't you buy a home steaming thing?
No, but even if you could buy a home steaming thing,
you just sort of save money on steaming.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Wait, that's actually maybe the best idea of the episode, and that frustrates me because
it is very good because this has saved my ass time and time again. Whenever I have a big choir concert or solo and I need to go out, I need to do it. I always have this sort of like, you can't iron, but you can put your shirt.
You can iron, but you can't hide.
You know what's really funny? While I was in Greece, my roommate, while I was steaming my shirt.
Now, who was your roommate?
I don't want to say his name. He's a lovely person. I love you, dude, out there. You're amazing. You're very talented at singing. This was a little weird.
Okay.
I was taking a shower, like I was putting my clothes in there, and he goes up to me.
I remember.
He goes, hey. He's like, hey. So like, you know how you're putting your clothes in the room like to get it steamed? I'm like, oh yeah. And like, I'm like, okay. He wants to put his clothes in there with mine. I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, I'm taking a shower. It's fine. Doesn't matter. And I'm sitting in there, and he goes, well, actually, I would like to sit in the bathroom while you take your shower.
That did not happen.
Well,
that did not happen.
If it was any other person in existence, I would say no. No, you absolutely cannot do that. But since it was this person, and this person I don't think has ever had a dirty thought ever in existence, the reason that this person did this person had a very important solo at the only it was the only Catholic church in all of Athens. Or it was Episcopalian or Catholic. I don't remember which one it was. The only one of those in all of Athens.
So what you're saying is he was going to do it in front of God and everybody.
No. Yeah, a little bit. In front of Yahweh and everybody.
I'm so tired.
And he sat, because he wanted to get his vocals. Like if you sit in a room with steam, it clears out your vocals, it clears out phlegm and shit. So this was him trying to get ready for the solo.
Vocal cords?
We basically only had time for like one shower because he had already showered. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We're kind of rushed, so I let him do it, and like I would like knock.
And I immediately
knocked on the tile. I'm like, hey, okay, I'm gonna need to get out now. And he went, oh, okay, that's fine. And he like left, and I'm like getting out.
Thank God, I'm glad he left.
It was. You
know what? That makes my night, because now I know that happened. Rest assured, I can say everything Bradley said about this person is true. I remember who it is.
He's so nice, though.
He's such a good boy.
If it was anyone, like literally, if it was anyone else, I'd be like, no fucking no way, you asshole. But if it's him, like it's okay.
I know we need to wake up tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Pretty early. Mm-hmm. So I have a question.
Yeah, because we have to go find more colleges to go and try to attend.
We're trying to attend more than one. It's just sort of like a...
Please accept me. My ACT isn't great, but my GPA still sucks. Please let me in. I do theater. Love me.
He's very talented.
Johns Hopkins, I want you.
Hey, ladies.
I want you, Johns Hopkins.
Okay, hold on.
I want you, Rice University.
I don't think this is my idea. I don't think this is my original idea. I'm sure this has been talked about before, but I just want to talk about because colleges, but
not so expensive.
No,
so I don't have to sell my own home.
All right, Bernie Sanders.
It's me, Bernie Sanders. I'm also Yahweh.
That's bad. Don't do that. Don't compare Bernie Sanders to the one true God. I'm so sorry for saying that. I don't know.
We don't. These are religious lines we're not prepared to dodge. We all are very certain that Bernie Sanders is pretty darn close to the one true God.
Honestly, he's such a good man. But okay, but like, can I go? Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I have one more pitch, and then I want to get to my. Well, hold on. I'm going to do a pitch. College, but dating for colleges.
Wait, like what? Wait, like...
Well, you're like, please accept me. Please accept me. I do theater.
That's called an interview, bud.
I know what I'm saying, but here's what I'm saying. Can I go to multiple colleges until I decide which one is right for me? And then get married to one of them and then divorce it and go to a different one. That's called a transfer. So that's already in place. But can I flirt around with colleges? Because that's visiting. Because you can flirt with colleges and then you can get married to a college. And you can divorce the college and get married to another one. But you cannot date a college. It's like renting a video game before you buy it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what Redbox is for. It's like that for college. which is like sort of what college visits are, but like, no, I want to go there for like a year and just find out if it's right for me. Can I do that, please? Brad, get back into the proper position. You are laying down. This is inappropriate conduct for the workplace.
I am in the proper position.
No, you are not. Your audio is not going to be good.
My audio's fine.
I strongly disagree with you.
Screw you.
Because your audio levels are lower than mine.
Okay, well.
That's better. Okay, here's the deal. This is my self-indulgent idea that I want to do. But it's, and my pitch for it's really short. And I'm sure there are games like it that exist, but I promise you none exists in the capacity that I want it to. I want two things. And they can be both in one game.
Truth, justice,
Because here's the
hard-boiled
thing.
egg.
Okay. Truth, justice, and a hard-boiled egg, sure. But that's like 3 things. Well, justice and a hard-boiled egg actually might be the same thing.
Yeah.
But I want... Here's my background. Damn, this was in like 8th grade. So it was a long time ago. But I remember I was talking to my good friend Sam.
Good friend Sam.
When we were in the play together. I don't even remember what it was called. It was some sort of murder mystery at the play or whatever. It was weird. But I was like, I had been reading House of Hades. I don't know if that had just come out or what. But I'm like, damn, this is really cute. Because you got Percy Jackson and Annabeth Chase go through hell together, like literally. Like that's their like big romantic adventure. And I'm like, this is the coolest fucking shit. This is what I want to do when I date somebody. I want to go to hell and die with them and then adventure through it and then come back out. Sorry, spoiler.
Whatever.
And then come back out. And the idea, of course, is not that I want to go through hell with the person I'm dating. The idea is that I like the idea of like a romantic fantasy adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my pitch.
Yes.
I want a 2-player co-op fantasy romance adventure. Fuck, also same game but for a friend group. That's just the pitch document. Because I don't just want it to be a romantic thing. That's not all it's about. It's what it is I want these experiences with my friends that are... I just want a Dungeons & Dragons video game, Bradley. But I want a good one. That's the best way to describe it.
My friend, but the condiment you are seeking is a Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR edition.
Is that a thing?
Absolutely.
Did Todd Howard do that one?
Yeah, my boy Todd.
Love Todd. No, but... but
Todd.
Bradley?
Yeah.
Listen to me. It's not what I want. Because I don't want a single-player one.
You don't get a choice.
Fucking indulge me, Bradley. Give me this.
I will give you it.
Give me this.
Yes.
Because I have heard a lot about Skyrim just being like Dungeons & Dragons, the video game, but good. Every time I bring this up, because I do talk about I want a good Dungeons & Dragons video game, I talk about that all the time. I don't know if I've talked about ASL on this podcast yet, but if I have or when I do, that's the kind of video game I want this to be, because it's that's sort of like this game is where it's just like this fantasy wizard multiplayer online, but it's not Wizard 101. It's better than that. Much more freeform. I want Dungeons & Dragons, but it's a video game and it's good, because like the Dungeons & Dragons video games that exist now suck. They're not good games.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're not bad games. I don't know. I just know that they're not what I want. I want a game that I don't have to, because I love dungeon mastering, right? Like I dungeon master. It's a big part of my life. I really love doing it. It makes me really happy. But like, I want my fantasy romance adventure. Bradley, how can I have that? Give me some ideas. What
Get
would
a
that be
girlfriend.
like? Okay.
Play Dungeons & Dragons with her.
You know, I've literally never thought about doing that, is the weird thing. It's literally not something I've ever thought about doing. Regardless of that, because you may have solved my problem, but I want to solve this problem for everybody who wants this. I want a good Dungeons & Dragons video game that I can play with my friends. Because what if you don't have a dungeon master? Or what if you just want like a visual experience? What if you want to play a video game? Because I want full class selection. I want custom class implementation. I want to be able to do all the things a DM can do if I want to, but I also want the game to be able to give me just like a procedurally generated story almost, using just like all of the Dungeons & Dragons content that exists. I'm just going to sort of talk about things I would want in a Dungeons and Dragons game. Does that sound like it would be good content?
I think, yeah,
to you?
Absolutely.
And you can hit me with some of yours too. Whenever you think of one, chime in. Hit me.
I mean, the thing's all I want in Dungeons and Dragons. You see, what the world fails to realize is that the ideal version of Dungeons and Dragons was actually pioneered very early on in the stage. I believe it's actually 2nd edition advanced.
Okay, Bradley.
And I'm saying this, and you can poo-poo me or whatever.
No, I'm not going to poo-poo you because I do love 2nd edition. 2nd edition was my introduction to the game.
2nd edition is complicated and somewhat stupid at times.
That's the problem with it.
It is, but the freedom it allows its players. This is really stupid because theoretically, players are allowed any freedom as long as the DM is okay with it. But uniquely, 2nd edition is set up so that the freedom allowed to its players in terms of races they can select, classes they can take.
Oh, I see. I see.
There are so many choices, and
that's
they all
true.
fit together so well. And this is just one universe. Because you get the regular Dungeons and Dragons universe, which is like knights, castles, dragon. There's probably a dragon.
Those are like the three things that are in Dungeons and Dragons.
That's
so
literally
just sort
there's
of
not even a dungeon.
The problem here,
but then there's not. But there's just that.
To imply that the castle isn't a dungeon.
No, please, you're missing the best part.
Hit me.
Is that there's also sci-fi Dungeons and Dragons, which is not a thing many people know about, but it's called. I'm talking about. Oh shit! I can't remember the name now.
It's called video games.
No,
those exist, Bradley.
Give me like a solid minute.
This is the opposite of what I want. No, it's not the opposite of what I want. It 100% falls in the category, and we can talk about this. Here's the thing, though. What edition? What you're saying 2nd edition does for players, 5th edition does for the DM.
Okay, but 2nd edition has dimension jumping. It has planescape.
But fucking 5th edition has that too.
No, but it doesn't have the original adventures, which are the best.
Bradley,
they haven't been adapted yet.
Bradley, I could adapt one for you.
But it has planescape. It has go inside of a giant robot in a spaceship in the mountains and kill everyone. It has I'm forgetting about Space Dungeons and Dragons. What is that called?
Star Wars.
No, damn it.
No, but like. I love 5th edition as a Dungeon Master. It's how I got in. Like, I tried Dungeon Master 2nd edition. It was too complicated. Tried to Dungeon Master 1st edition. Also too complicated. I'm sure I'd get it now. Like, if I went back and tried to do it. But, like, let's jump back to, like, when I first probably started trying to read the Dungeons & Dragons books and understand it. I was probably 12. Maybe younger. When I first started trying to learn to DM.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not learn until I was 16. After making my entire own new role-playing system.
Wow.
And it wasn't a good one, but it also wasn't horrible. And since then, I've made one or two more, but that was after learning to play Dungeons and Dragons, and those were sort of iterations on other role-playing systems I'd seen. I think, and I want to get back to the video game conversation because I don't want to talk about which Dungeons and Dragons is better because it's just subjective.
2nd edition.
It's subjective. That's fine. I don't care.
You can be nice is the thing. You can choose to be really nice, but objectively, 2nd edition advanced.
Objectively, 2nd edition advanced is actually more of a flawed game,
but it's way more fun
as a player. Maybe you got different types of DMs, brother. You got DMs who like to give the players like all of the freedom in the universe, and you got DMs like me who like to give players all of the freedom that makes sense. I don't strive for perfect realism. I don't make it. I don't know if anyone's ever eaten food, really in a D&D campaign that I've run, that's bullshit. People have eaten food, but it's not like a thing I make my players do. I don't whatever. I don't strive for that kind of realism, but like 2nd edition, I love playing 2nd edition. I think actually that's my hang up with playing D&D. I'm like, I don't like to play the game. I like to DM the game. And I think what it is I started playing the game in 2nd edition and now playing in 5th edition feels stifling. Like it doesn't, and also part of that is the DM that I had the first time. Shout out to Grant. Love Grant. Got me into the game. Grant's amazing.
You are amazing.
Good man. Helpful to me and the rest of the world. Is the most lenient, understanding DM I've ever met.
Oh my god, he's so good.
And also doesn't understand.
Hey, can I ride this giant metal crab around? Yeah, sure. Brad, you can ride that giant metal crab around.
But like, I think there was a time period where he did not, and maybe he still does not, fully understand the rules. Because part of the freedom that you get playing with Grant comes from the fact, and I learned this later, that he does not understand what people are and aren't allowed to do at all times. Like, I played a level 1 spellcaster with Grant once. It was like my first time ever actually playing Dungeons and Dragons. Grant was like literally my introduction to the game in multiple ways. My first time ever playing real Dungeons and Dragons and other types of Dungeons and Dragons were all with Grant. And he has me playing as a spellcaster.
Fuck! That's what it is.
What?
Dungeons and Dragons Space Edition is called Spelljammer, by the way.
Literally never heard of it. Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Can I finish my quick
continue,
anecdote?
yes.
He didn't understand how classes worked, and as such, we were trying to figure out what spells I could learn, and he gave me a list of all of the level 1 spells that there are, and did not make me use spell slots. So I had access to every spell for every level 1 magic using class in 2nd edition, and no spell slots.
Just roll for it. Do you need ingredients? No, just roll for it.
I'm not entirely sure he made me roll for anything.
Jesus
other than damage. It was
Christ.
the most fun I've ever had playing Dungeons and Dragons. I will never again experience the true power of being a ultimate level 1. Like, I think an ultimate, like, full-powered level 1 magic user like that is more powerful than a master magic user in a normal game.
Quite possibly.
I won the first boss fight by hypnotizing all of the orphan children in a town where all the parents had been murdered and used them to kill Maligno, the evil puppet, in Ravenloft.
Fuck, I love Maligno, the evil...
then one of them was... A bunch of the kids that I hypnotized were killed, and I also hypnotized some of the puppets, but a bunch of the kids I hypnotized were killed, and one of them, the first one that landed a hit on him, died as well, and I put up a little prayer to the gods, and I said, please resurrect him because he is my son. And they did it. So
you abandoned him?
No, I didn't abandon him. His name was Philip. He became a level 0 fighter, and he fought at my side until the end of the campaign the next day when we stopped playing forever.
Okay.
Trying to play a campaign at lunch in high school, it's not easy.
This is why 2nd edition is the best edition, because 2nd edition takes... everything. This is going to sound stupid, but you got Gothic Horror Dungeons and Dragons, which is Ravenloft.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Dimension Jumping Dungeons and Dragons, which is Planescape. And then you've got Space Dungeons and Dragons, which is essentially space pirate ships.
Okay, but the thing is, like, that doesn't
called
interest
Spelljammer.
me.
How does that not interest you? Space pirates? I love space pirates.
I'm trying to think of a joke right now, and I can't. I don't know anything about. I don't. Know
I just keep going to the Lego Movie.
The thing is, I love Star Trek, but that's not really funny.
Star Trek? No, it's not really funny.
It's not really funny.
It's wholesome though. Star Trek is wholesome.
It's wholesome entertainment. I usually do not enjoy wholesome entertainment, but like Star Trek, I can sit and watch Star Trek for long
Jean-Luc
periods of
Picard, take me away.
Okay.
He is amazing.
I'm saving that soundbite.
Do not.
That's my new ringtone.
Opening bay doors.
And I'm saying, I say it's my new ringtone because I do strongly identify with the statement.
Okay.
I love Jean-Luc Picard. He is my role model, true hero.
You know what's crazy to think about? Because of the universal translators on the Star Trek ship, Jean-Luc Picard is speaking French the entire time. Isn't that weird? Everyone else is speaking a different language, and he's like just speaking French.
Sorry, I was just trying to see how long I could inhale for.
Damn you, I thought that was interesting.
No, it was interesting, but I made a joke out of it because it's joke time. So here's the deal. This
is a serious episode.
It is a serious episode, but I'm going to make some jokes.
Okay.
Here's the deal. I want a Dungeons & Dragons video game, and I want it to be good. What are video game mechanics we can use that make sense? And I don't want to do too many more because I think we've had a really good conversation about Dungeons & Dragons, but I want to have some good ideas to walk away from this with that do not directly influence my personal life in a positive way.
Good mechanics that are good.
Good mechanic. Oh, you know what? Those are great. I love that.
A really thorough class selection and customization engine.
So like a robust character creation engine.
Oh my god, the most robust. Like able to suck your asshole.
Like a robust tomato marinara sauce from Domino's Pizza.
I want the ability to, and I would never do this, but to suck my character's asshole all the way up into their brain because that would be allowed. I want the ability to have them be invisible and covered in bandages.
Bradley, that's unrealistic.
No, literally, I don't care. I want to be God.
I want this to be a good 10
game. Robust character creation engine, really fun, like you would have to have so many magic spells. So many.
The thing is, you'd also have to be able to input your own.
Yeah,
I want
your
an
own
algorithm for that.
Programmable magic spells.
But I want it to be easy to program them because I don't know jack shit about programming and I don't want to learn.
How about like one of those easy mix and match interfaces? Like AoE, fire-based, rains from above, transforms person into X object.
AoE fire-based, rains from above.
Everyone's a frog.
I want spells. I want spell creation. I want to be able, like, I had a spell idea the other day, actually. I want to share this because I like it and it's a good idea. D&D 5e, wizard cantrip. You could give it to whatever class. I don't fucking care. Cast time, 1 bonus action. This is important. Can be cast as a bonus action. Cantrip, so it doesn't require spell slots. It does 1d4 lightning damage. It's called Zap. And you can, instead of using any of your other bonus actions that turn, if you don't want to use a bonus action that isn't that, the same way you can offhand attack with a light weapon, you can cast Zap and just hit somebody within, like, I think the range was like 10 feet. And that's it. So I could use 2 cantrips in a turn. I could use my 1 action Firebolt as a level 5 wizard and hit for
that sounds very good.
For 20 or for 2d10, and then because I'm level 5, my other Zap cantrip does 2d4, so it's like it's just like a little bit of extra damage.
That's nice. It's really good.
And we need a spell for that because there isn't one.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but that's my idea. I want spell creation, and it doesn't have to be complicated, but that's like such a simple idea. I want to be able to put it in the game. Mm-hmm. I want all the races. I want player-made races. I want like a Steam workshop of D&D content. That's how you do that part. Procedurally generated terrain.
That sounds good, like sort of a roguelike dungeon sort of thing.
Exactly. An option, I think, for the DM, or not even necessarily the DM,
I think
for the player
thing literally has to be, like, you have to be able to do the base game. There literally is no base game. It's a thing you play multiplayer with, like, 6 other people.
Or, like, 2 or 1 other person.
Yeah, but, like, the DM is God, effectively. They can alter the map as they wish, but they set it up first. So, like, there's, like, a portal, sort of like a level creator, but it's literally,
that's where I was going
as
next.
large as Skyrim.
I made this mountain.
I climbed this mountain all the way to the top. I'm going to kick a graybeard off it now, and I'm going to destroy the plot. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want there to have to be a DM. I want the option for a fully procedurally generated world.
Right, well, I think you create the world, then you explore it. Maybe.
You can... I think... Consider this.
Yeah.
There is direct GM to world building interface manipulation, so I could go in and change things if I like let's say I want to fully custom make a world. Fine. But also, when you start up a game, similar to like a Minecraft world creation setting.
Similar to a Minecraft.
Be nice, because I'm trying to have a good idea conversation here.
Hello, all you Minecraft kids.
Hey, Minecrafters, I'm Captain Sparkles.
Oh, God. 2011 is coming back, and he's killing me. He's ripping my eyeballs.
Why is 2011 a man, Bradley? That's really insensitive.
I don't know. That's fine. I think 2011 is Captain Sparkles.
That's fine. But here's the thing. I want to be able to go in and say, like, I want this world to be very temperate. I want mountains all over the place. I want a giant vertical ocean. Like, I want these things in my world. And then it will create, like, these towns. It'll create towns. It'll create nations and different governmental structures and add races. Maybe it procedurally generates races based on real-life things.
What we really want is really, really good Dungeons & Dragons video game.
That's what I want, Bradley.
Oh, it's so good. How much more time do we have left for this? Because
I
want to talk about it forever, but, like, also...
Here's my idea.
Yeah?
I want to do an episode just about this.
All right, sure.
I want to do an episode just about this, and I want to stop now, and we can just sort of pull out. Right now, and I want the next episode we record to just be this.
I think a bonus episode, maybe.
It's a bonus episode. It's a bonus episode. It's not going to come out right after this, but we're going to come back to this Dungeons & Dragons video game concept because I'm obsessed with it, and we have no time left, but it is something that you and I think, could talk about forever.
Yeah, best idea of the episode.
Playing Dungeons & Dragons with a girl.
That sounds like a pretty good idea. I like it.
No,
we do that with 2 gals, so we win.
Okay, but that's not what I mean.
Okay. Is your girlfriend. Please don't do it with a girlfriend. All right.
Don't make fun of me. No, in all seriousness, no. And don't do that. Fuck.
Girls, feel free to play Dungeons and Dragons. We're so lonely.
Feel free. Hey, hit me up on MySpace. My MySpace account is 12Dungeon34XX.
Good Idea Podcast.
Good Idea Podcast on Facebook.
And actually, on Facebook.
Speaking of on Facebook, do you have the doc up?
I do. You can hit us up on Facebook and submit ideas and talk to us about this wonderful ideas we've created. If you search Good Idea Podcast, our Twitter is @GoodIdeaCast, where you can also submit ideas and contact us. Our Gmail is goodideapodcast@gmail.com, and our Tumblr is GoodIdeaCast. That's all our housekeeping, and now as we wind down for the night, that was Good Idea. Ooh. And now it's not. No, damn it. Give me a second. Give me a second. I had a really good one. Shut up.
Awful.
That was a good idea. It's actually been real nice. We're done here.
I like how that's a shock to you.